What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brent, and today I'm going to be taking you all through a simple 2-light setup. This can be done with constant lights or strobes. I like to call it soft contrast, and I posted a collage to my Instagram not too long ago, and a lot of you were interested in how I lit this particular set of images. I unfortunately did not record for YouTube that day, so today is the day. I'm going to break down soft contrast for you, and like I said, you can use either constant lights or strobes. I shoot it both ways, just depending on the environment that I'm in. I'm super excited to get into this content. Let's hop right in. So the first light that I'm going to be introducing, this is technically going to be my key light. I'm gonna have an 8600 BM with a 7-foot umbrella. This is going to be diffused, and I'm gonna have this in the side light position. When I position my model, however, I am gonna have her toward the middle or like the back edge of this light, because I do want just a little bit of wrap. I don't want it to be like the most harsh side light possible, which is why I'm not putting her toward the front. So I am gonna do like the middle toward the back, and this one is gonna be metered at f5.6 because that is the f-stop that I will be shooting in this particular setup. And I personally like to use a white backdrop just so you get that little bit of spill onto the backdrop, again, to create that soft contrast. So we are gonna start with a side light. It's gonna be the 8600 BM, and I do have it angled slightly downward, right, to give us that sort of sun style effect. But this is gonna be the first one. Really super simple, 1-light setup, side light, having her toward the middle or the back. So the first thing that I'm gonna show is what our setup looks like with just the key light on. So I'm just gonna have my side light. Again, as I said, I'm having Emily stand toward like the middle / back of that side light, because side lighting is very tricky. If you get to moving too far forward, too far back, too far left, too far right, you're gonna miss the spot in which you want that light. So let me show you what my key light is doing. Again, I am still shooting at f5.6. My shutter speed is 1/250th, and my ISO is at 100. This is the Sony a7 IV with the Tamron 90. 3, 2, nice, 3, 2. One more here, 3, 2, good. So now I wanna do a few shots, and let's just look to the side. I'm gonna look off this way. Yep, 3, 2, one more here, 3, 2. And as you can see, when she looks off to the side, we are completely putting her in shadow. And this is not a problem because this is just our base. As you can see, when she's looking forward, we have a nice side light. We see where she's illuminated. This is now where our second light will start to come into play. If you're looking to elevate your studio photography lighting, look no further. Click the link in my bio, as the studio lighting bundle is now live. 24 different lighting setups, light ratios, cheat sheet, detail behind the scenes, light placement, gonna go over how to meter lights. This is the bundle of a lifetime. I'm gonna do strobes and constant lights all in the same bundle. I don't wanna waste any more of your time. Let's get back to the content. Now, my second and final light is gonna be probably my favorite light of all, and it's another 8600 BM, and it's gonna be a global fill. As you can see, this is shooting straight into a white wall, which is gonna be directly behind me. And this light is going to be the one that is controlling my contrast. So my key light is going to stay very consistent. It's gonna stay metered at f5.6. It's gonna stay in the side lighting position. However, my global fill, I'm gonna kind of toggle it around to see what level I want it at to create the amount of contrast that I want. Notice, when we shoot at that side light position, I am gonna have a pretty stark shadow on the left side of Emily's face. But it is this light that is gonna help me to soften that side, kind of bring a little bit more light to the background, and really give us that overall soft look. This light, again, it's gonna start off metered at, I'll start it metered at f2.8. I might take it up to f4, we'll see, but I'm gonna start it at a 4:1 ratio, so f5.6, f2.8, 2 stops under, and we're gonna see kind of how I like that and if I do decide to move that up. So our second and final light is gonna be a global fill. Side note, if you don't have a white wall directly behind you, you can use another 7-foot umbrella or some type of big modifier and still have it behind you, right? So you can set it up to where it's behind you and just shooting, you know, a big stream of light. You do want it to be pretty diffused. That's the whole reason why you bounce it into this wall, to make that light source really big so it's nice and soft and diffused. So that's another option for you if you do not have a white wall behind you. You could also set up a V-flat. So this is what we're rocking with. Let's see what it looks like with 2 lights now in the scene. So now I have activated the B light, I've activated that global fill, and like I said before, we're gonna start out having it metered to f2.8 just so we can soften up that shadow side, and let's see what that global fill does when we've now activated it, okay? So, same settings, f5.6, shutter speed is at 1/250th, and my ISO is at 100. 3, 2, 3, 2, right here, 3, 2. And immediately we have already started to soften off all of that contrast that we had. Not all of it, but we've softened it off quite a bit. And what I love about this particular setup is that for those of us who like to play in the shadows and like to keep some of our subject's face in shadow, this allows complete control over that. So let's bring our be light up a little bit. I'm just gonna bring it up half a stop, just so you can kind of see the flexibility that we have with this particular setup. So here we go, 3, 2, good, 3, 2, 3, 2, nice. So, as you can see, we can almost completely take away that shadow if we want to keep the contrast super soft. And I know this is about a soft contrast look, but just to humor me, I'm gonna go ahead and take it down one full stop now. So we are a half stop under where we were initially. So initially we started at f2.8. Now we're about a half stop under f2.8. Bring a little bit of that contrast back. 3, 2, nice, 3, 2, 3, 2, perfect. And again, this is why I love starting from that side light position, because you get so much contrast on the left side of Emily's face that we're really able to kind of play around with our levels based on what we're doing with that global fill. This was a very super simple setup that you can add to your bag when you only have 2 lights and you really want to play around with contrast and shadows. I hope this was super helpful for you all, and drop down below any questions that you might have. And this is soft contrast, super simple, super easy. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for another video. This was a very simple 2 light setup that you can add into your bag immediately. Whether you're a strobe shooter or someone who uses constant lights, it doesn't really matter. The same principles apply, you know, no matter the light source that you use. You could even use the sun if you wanted to as your key light and, you know, pop in something like an external flash. Doesn't really matter. The principles still apply. If you're someone who's looking to up your studio lighting game, click the link in my bio down below. Check out the store. We have multiple different playbooks, multiple different bundles to help you in your studio lighting journey. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video.